Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday, the 1st of March, Shrove Tuesday. But we continue with Robert Murray McShane's readings, and today we read the last chapter of Paul's first letter to the Corinthians. And I was struck by the way the chapter opens, where Paul writes, "Now about the collection for the Lord's people, do what I told the Galatian churches to do. On the first day of every week, each of you should set aside a sum of money in keeping with your income, saving it up, so that when I come, no collection will have to be made. Then, when I arrive, I will give letters of introduction to the men you approve and send them with your gift to Jerusalem." Now, there are a couple of things that one can glean from this. The one is, it's one of those passages which explains why Christians meet together on a Sunday rather than a Saturday. The Jewish religion was focused on the Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week. But we have Jesus rising on the first day of the week. And then incidences like this, where Paul says to people on the first day of the week, do something. Not because it was a sensible economic thing to do, because you'd been paid at the end of the week if you're going to be paid, but because that's when the church met. So when you meet, do this. So that's one of the verses that helps explain why we meet on a Sunday rather than a Saturday. And then 2 points that Paul makes about giving. The one is, 3 points. The one is that it's planned. It's not that you arrive and you just suddenly think, I've got to do, here's somebody that's doing a collection, what shall I give? But you plan to give, and you give every single Sunday. You give as you receive. And today, where you receive a monthly income, maybe it's you give monthly. You sign your stop orders or your credit transfers or whatever. But giving is planned. The second thing that this highlights about giving is that it is proportional. He doesn't set a set fee for everybody. You give according to your income. And so nobody is overly burdened. Everybody gives proportionally to what they get, and therefore the giving is fair. The third thing that it says about giving is that it's responsible, because Paul says, you collect it, and then when I come, I'm not just going to take it. I'll give letters to people that you approve of, the people you trust, that can represent you in taking your gift to Jerusalem. And certainly there are churches, many churches, currently the Anglican Church in Johannesburg, that have found out the problems when finances aren't properly and responsibly administered. So a little passage, 2 verses that have all these little bits and pieces that one can glean from them. And that's one of the joys of Scripture, that you go and as you read through, there's all these things that you pick up as you go along. So be challenged by it, be encouraged by it, and know that you are blessed.